Hello, everyone. Good evening. Although it's there is so much light outside, it seems like still daytime. At least in Moscow, it is. It's a very sunny, warm weather, and I hope it is warm and sunny everywhere. So let's go to the next slide right away. And someone says it's nighttime already somewhere. Okay, true that. Still, very kind of you to be attending our webinar despite the nighttime. So this is I, Maria Antonenko, with the news about Cryptounit blockchain. I will say a few words about the exchange. I'm looking forward to the day when someone else will report on the exchange, the people responsible for it. But I guess maybe starting from July, there will be a person reporting on the exchange separately. Let's go to the next slide. And you must have noticed that in the Cryptounit back office, there is now a button which says refresh balances. And some people submitted tickets that their balances were wrong. And now more than 3,000 partners clicked on that button and the balances leveled out, but there are still exceptions. People who didn't receive enough tokens, and we're working with those partners on an individual basis. But there is literally a handful of such partners. As far as I understand, almost everyone used that function and their balances have been refreshed. Some people click on the button and they don't even notice that they clicked on it. And then they tell us, no, I didn't have that button, because the button disappears. And then the technical support employees tell us that that person refreshed the balances and never even registered that they did it. So the partners who weren't able to generate their seed key because of the server error, and those who submitted their applications to the support, all those people were able to generate a new seed phrase except one person. There is still one person who didn't do that. Out of that list, where we had, I think, 50 something people on that list, and all of those people except one were able to access their crypto wallets. So those people who weren't able to convert CRUs into WCRUs because of the blockchain error, so some people couldn't do it at all, not convert everything or convert a part of it. Some people say that they needed to stake a lot of UNTBs into CPU in the computational power of the wallet. Well, indeed, after the dividends have been accrued, there was a very big load on the blockchain, and some partners sometimes had to stake 200,000 UNTBs in CPU, and they still weren't able to convert. So the more partners use our blockchain, the more UNTBs are needed for CPU. And today we had yet another attempt from our programmers to update the smart contracts for the conversion of CRUs into WCRUs. And please try do it again today, dear partners, and follow the instruction. First, you refresh frozen, refresh balances. Then you see how many UNTBs you have in CPU and whether there is enough. And if you have free UNTBs, stake them and then try and convert. Today, our programmers reported to me that they rolled out yet another updating of the smart contract on the blockchain, and hopefully many of you will be successful. If not, if there are still partners who weren't able to convert CRUs into WCRUs, then in this case, we have prepared a Google form for you. And during this webinar, there will be a news published, and that immediately after this webinar, you will be able to fill in the Google form, those of you who weren't able to convert. And also individually, we will approach that problem. Let's go to the next slide. So someone is saying that the button refresh doesn't work. So there is a minor glitch in the blockchain wallet that refreshing, especially CRU for UNTBs, the blue button doesn't work. And you have to click on the small wheel on the left, you see? And where it is CRU for CRU, you have to click on the blue button to refresh the balances for CRU, for staking CRU for CRU. The next accrual will be on the 25th of June. Everyone those who staked their CRUs for CRUs on the 25th of March will receive their CRUs, everyone at their own time, depending on when they staked on the 25th of March. Someone did it in the evening, someone did it during the day. Some of the functions on the blockchain didn't work today, and I will explain what happened there. And as for the accrual of CRUs after staking CRUs, you click on the blue button. As for the staking of CRUs for UNTBs, you click on the wheel to the left, and you will receive your UNTB reward from staking either your CRUs or WCRUs. Let's go to the next slide. So we have converted, or more than 21.5 billion CRUs have been converted so far. And if the link is ready to the Google form, could you please, dear moderators, post it in the Zoom if we have the link to the Google form ready. If not, then please wait until the official news is published, and there will be special text in the Google form saying that you have to specify how many frozen or unfrozen CRUs you would like to exchange into WCRUs. Those of you who weren't able to convert CRUs on your own, you will have to put into your wallet USDUs, and I guess you know how much you will have to pay. When you click on the button convert, you choose the necessary amount. Even if the button doesn't work, the system will still show you how many USDUs approximately you will have to pay for the conversion. And in that Google form, you will have to indicate what specifically you would like to do and what you weren't able to do. For example, you have 100,000 unfrozen CRUs and 1 million frozen CRUs, and you would like to convert, and out of that 1 million frozen CRUs, you would like to convert 900 CRUs into WCRUs. So please describe in detail what you would like to do, so that the programmers would get it all in one file and launch their script for the automatic conversion on your wallet, so that everything you will have to do is just pay the commission fee. Those of you who won't pay the commission at the current conversion rate that we have valid until the 30th of June, then the commission will be recalculated. So please do it before the end of June. Let's go to the next slide. Well, here you can see some important information that you could have missed. If you haven't yet transferred your CRU points from your personal account to the blockchain, and that option became available starting on the 10th of March, please do so, and please share that information with everyone you know, because starting from April we also have the conversion. It is possible to convert CRUs to WCRUs, and maybe they haven't done so. And some people have a lot of frozen items or unfrozen items. Some people say, Maria, look, it's only 200,000 CRUs and a person can't convert. But in those 100,000 CRUs, there may be like 2,000 smaller packages. If it's accruals under the marketing plan, they came in small portions. And the blockchain does not have enough CPU to convert 2,000 items, 2,000 objects. So don't look at the total amount of your CRUs. Take a look at your at the number of your packages or small contracts that the system has to process. I think leaders faced this kind of problem with converting those who received a lot of MLM bonuses under the marketing plan. And we hope there will be sufficient number of people who will fill in the form for the, let's call it, forced conversion. With the help of our programmers, you have to specify how many CRUs you need to convert, and they will use a special software, special algorithm to do it, and you will simply have to pay for the conversion. That's it. Let's take a look at another slide. So yes, this is the commission for the conversion. This is the amount, 510 USDUs per transaction. And some people even wrote that, according to their opinion, for 9 CRUs, it was 1 USDU, and there is no point in paying 1 USDUs for 9 CRUs. And we explain to people that it's up to you. You have to mind the packages that you have. If you have 4 CRUs in one package and you have to pay 1 USDU, leave it alone. Don't pay for it. And literally in 1 month, those 4 CRUs, you will have to pay not 1 USDU, but maybe $2. Maybe sometime later, you'll have to pay $3. Or you can keep them without paying and then wait until they get unlocked. But while they are suspended, or let's say in limbo, they won't be bringing any kind of income to you. If it was unlocked CRUs, you could stake them to get UNTBs. They would give you UNTBs. And if you convert them into WCRUs, then you can stake WCRUs, even if they're frozen, to receive UNTBs as a reward. And while they are suspended between heaven and earth, they don't yield you any income. So I'd like to repeat that around 300 million CRUs haven't been paid for. The conversion of 300 million CRUs hasn't been paid for. People clicked on the button convert, and then they took a break. Maybe they are looking for $20, $50, so someone will have to pay $10. Maybe someone is waiting for the verification on the exchange in order to get those 10 USDUs. But I, in your opinion, would hurry up and found a possibility to buy USDUs, maybe not on the exchange, but from some of the partners that you know, in order to pay for the conversion. Because indeed, from the 1st of July, it will be quite a pity if you won't make it in time and you will have to pay the full price for the conversion. Let's go to the next slide, and hopefully in this huge pile of numbers, we'll be able to figure out what's what. And let's see how the conversion will look like starting from the 1st of July. The formula, the calculation formula of this commission is given on this slide. So what do we see here? On the left, you see the cost of the WCRU token at the price which is currently now sold in the back office of UGPay Group AG. From that cost, you deduct the CRU token price on the Unitex exchange. You add 1% from the WCRU price and you get the commission fee. For example, starting from the 1st of July, there will be several stages throughout July. On the 1st of July, World CRU token, its price conditional exchange rate will be 10 cents. On the exchange, CRU is traded, let's assume in July, it's going to be traded at 5 cents, okay? So we take 10 cents minus 5 cents, multiply it by a 1,000 CRU package, and we get $50. We add 1% from the price of the WCRU of that 1,000 tokens. So if you bought 1,000, it's like as if you bought 1,000 CRUs at 10 cents. It's at 1% is $10, right? So basically, maybe the formula might look strange, but well, that's how it is. So basically, for now, it's $51 if you do all the calculation. And maybe people might be surprised because even if you convert several million CRUs, you won't pay $51. It was like 10, 20, 30, maybe 50 USDUs tops, but not for 1,000 CRUs. But starting from the 1st of July, there will be this called cross exchange rate. As we said, at first, the commission will be smaller. As you can see, it's 10%. And then eventually will come to the market rate. By the 1st of August, it will be finally full price. From the 5th of July to the 13th, the World CRU price will be at 20 cents. From the 14th to the 20th, it will be 30 cents, then 40 cents. And starting from the 1st of August, World CRU will be calculated at the current price, which you can see in the UGPay Group AG back office. And from the 1st of September, the World CRU price will increase. As far as I know, in UGPay Group, it will be 80 cents per token. So imagine the difference. If all of a sudden a person decides to convert CRUs into WCRUs in September, then they will have to pay quite a lot. It will be as if buying World CRUs directly from UGPay Group. And people are saying that they're making them do that the company again tries to have some money from people. But this is not compulsory. It is your right to do it or not to do it. If you want to keep CRU tokens, keep it. If you want to change it, change it. So the reason why people think that they have no choice and that they have to exchange and convert into WCRUs is because most probably due to the fact that WCRUs yielded dividends. Well, they're not yet dividends. It's called loyalty program bonus. So loyalty program bonuses were accrued based on how many WCRUs you have. And if you don't have WCRUs, you receive no loyalty bonus. And people think that CRUs are not needed anymore. You need to get rid of it or sell it at a cheap price on the exchange or convert. And there are no other options. But truth be told, there are other options. CRU token has a value of its own. we just got used to the fact that we have lots of things. How to better put it? It's like coffee with cream. Someone can't drink black coffee. Someone needs cream, sugar in it, some cinnamon on top. They want to have everything in one token. In other words, they want to be able to receive loyalty program bonus, staking, CRU for CRU, Profi bonus, CRU for UNTB. And if all of a sudden, out of that set of possibilities, you take something out, for example, CRU doesn't yield Profi bonus anymore, or loyalty program bonus anymore, and the CRU doesn't seem attractive or appealing anymore. It's as if a person who prefers coffee with cream all of a sudden is offered black coffee. But if you take a wider look at the situation in the cryptocurrency world, you will see that many tokens that are now listed in the exchange, they always have one function. And if it's a utility token, they don't have a wide set of functions. Usually it's one token issued by the company to raise money for something. For example, Polkadot, they issued their token. What for? In order to create the blockchain. The blockchain with an easy integration with the tokenization opportunity and so on. And any other token, if you take Ethereum, for example, when Ethereum was created, what was the value of Ethereum? Why its price today is $2,000-3,000? The Ethereum value is in its blockchain, because you can make a smart contract on its blockchain. There is no other function in Ethereum. You can't stake it. You can't receive dividends on it. Nothing else. The only function it has is to support the blockchain and making smart contracts on that blockchain. So what do we have with the CRU token? Well, World CRU is understandable. It's a security token. It gets you Profi bonus, loyalty bonuses, dividend income in future. It's backed by an investment portfolio, and you can stake it to receive UNTBs. So what about CRU token? Well, if we're talking about some third-party investors here who just familiarize with this token, not the way we did it 2 years ago when it was given us for free and we've been waiting for it, and now some people might be disappointed that it was not what they expected. But imagine a person coming from the street and reads the information about our blockchain. So CRU token originally, like if you go back to the crypto unit program, CRU token is the same as Ethereum or Polkadot. Its main goal was to create crypto unit blockchain. It's a crypto unit blockchain token. And whereas UNTB has a purely technical function, so you need to buy RAM, CPU, and net with it, CRU token today can be staked and you can receive UNTBs for it. And in future, there is a strategy that CRU token will be used for voting in different projects. For example, you gain digital guarantees to identify the rating of different structures. So who has more CRU tokens will be considered better or cooler. So going a little bit further, I can tell you that the CRU token also has a wonderful future, and nobody is going to abandon it or bury it. Nobody's going to forget about this token. This token will be used as a utility token, the token of our blockchain, and it will have its own application to launch new products on blockchain. for voting, for the rating, and so on. And right now, we are preparing a new version of the white paper, which will be focusing on the CRU. It will be a shorter version, but we will do all the calculations of the possible yield return with the huge staked CRUs for UNTBs, and people who are not spoiled like our partners are. I'm talking about the world community, like Polkadot, who have 20% per year, the stake in reward from Polka. We will do our own calculation and see how much per year a person can get in UNTBs from stake in CRUs. I think it will be somewhere along the same lines, because we've been using the staking mechanism for a couple of months, but if we calculate 1 year ahead, I think the numbers will be quite impressive. As for the listing in other exchanges, well, yes, all the proposals, commercial proposals, have been collected and are on the table of Andrei and are on the Strategic Council's table for their consideration. And right now, in order for the token to be listed, we need to think about the marketing strategy. So what's the value of the CRU token? Well, USDU is UNTB is clear, but we need now to prepare the description of the CRU value. We're preparing this information, how it can be used and what its application is, what its application is. So one of the possible applications is the its use in voting. Well, let me give you an example which might not be very pleasant for the Russian audience, but I don't know whether it's still on or not. There was this project Prism and people collected pools of coins and mined this coin. There was some kind of para mining or something. So the bigger pool you have, the more you earn. So basically, we could do the same with the CRU token, not right now, but in future. So the community could collect CRU tokens in pools, put them together. And by doing it, that small community can increase their rating with vis-a-vis different tasks, in relation to different tasks. So they can pool their tokens together. So if you know the story behind the Prisma, then you know what I mean. And on other exchanges too. At first, we will have to create some piece of information, and explain how this token is different from other tokens. What is the difference between our blockchain and EOS blockchain? And then we collect all that information together and put it in a new leaflet, brochure, and we'll say that even compared to EOS, they, for example, do not offer different staking opportunities the way we do. And when there are other companies coming to our blockchain and issuing their digital shares, they are welcome to do so, because our blockchain already provides for the possibility of accruing dividends. We already have 4 tokens, but when we accrue the bonuses, like loyalty program bonuses, we have a specific name for that function. For example, these bonuses will be accrued only for CRUs, only on that date. We will take a general screenshot of all the wallets, and those who had World CRUs on their wallet on the 11th of July, on the 12th, they will receive their UNTB income. So it's like selective approach to accruing dividends for specific tokens on a specific date. So other blockchains don't have that. Everything is done through the exchanges and separate platforms. And it is all embedded in our blockchain, the dividend accrual mechanism. Well, there is a huge variety of options for staking. So only we have this wide set of functions on our blockchain. So this is a point of pride for us. And we're preparing this marketing strategy for PR purposes before our tokens will be placed on other exchanges, listed on other exchanges. Let's go to the next slide.
Yes, so here we have the loyalty program bonus information that 183,000 USDU distributed among over 21 billion world CRU. This amount was divided, the amount in USDU is divided per the world CRU in circulation to multiply the amount of world CRUs you have in your wallet. And in case someone writes that I didn't get my profit bonus, so you may do the math. The amount per one token is 0.5 zeros and 6 digit. If your world CRU number is very small, then your loyalty program bonuses will be not even visible. So if you have 1,000 or 10,000 world CRUs, people correct me, 0.5085 per one token. Someone says that he or she cannot hear me. Guys, is everything well with my sound? Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Well, a small amount of the bonuses under the loyalty program, and accordingly, if your world CRU package is small, you may not even see this amount or neglect it. And the other reason why you may have not received your bonus under the loyalty program is that the information is of the 11th of June. If you convert it after the 11th of June on the 12th or the 13th, then you won't get this bonus under the loyalty bonus as they were accrued on the 12th of June in accordance with the information as of 9 a.m. Moscow time on the 11th of June. It's similar to dividend accrual. In case dividends are accrued and it is announced that the dividends are to be paid on the 16th of June, you are to have your shares in your account. Otherwise, you won't get your dividends. So these are two things to consider so that you have your world CRUs in your wallet on the 11th of June, and the amount should be substantial. And in terms of all the other payments under the loyalty program, people ask whether it will be done monthly or quarterly. But since bonuses under the loyalty program makes up 5% of the sales of world CRU tokens for the previous reporting period, in case over the last 3 months it was 183,000 USDU, these are the sales over the past 3 months, I don't believe that the amount will be substantial in July. Quite likely, if the sales, because of the increase in the commission, will increase the sales of world CRU, as it is not beneficial to buy CRUs and convert them into world CRUs, it's more feasible and cost efficient to buy world CRU directly. And in case the sales go up, then this amount will increase and the bonuses under the loyalty program will increase. If the token is not sold, then the bonuses will not be accrued as well. Well, the next slide is about exchange, the news about the exchange. Well, this week was very busy and tough in terms of exchange. On the 12th of June at 4:45 p.m., there was a high load on Blockchain Explorer because of accrual of these bonuses. One blockchain node missed one block. And if you are a newcomer, you may be puzzled with what I've said, but I will try to explain it in a simpler way. Look, our blockchain is confirmed by computers, 5 computers, and 5 computers are to have the same entry in their registry. And whenever one computer at one point lost internet connection, there was some malfunctioning. So this computer may miss this entry, one block. It is called one block. And it means that blockchain could not come to a consensus. There is no consistency in all the computers. 4 computers say that we have these entries in our registry, whereas the computer number 5 is silent. And we noted that transactions are not reflected on blockchain, the history of transactions. People sent UNTB, CRU to the exchange, and there are no transactions, no money deposit. And when this challenge was revealed, that one computer was malfunctioning, programmers started to fix it, to troubleshoot, but then it took time. On the 13th, we traced this, we detected this, and this troublemaking computer, until it recorded the entries, it took time, so that the entries in 4 computers are the same with computer number 5. So time for synchronization, and the time interval during which they were not synchronized, there were problems with the top up of money to the exchange and withdrawal from the exchange. I know that some partners contact the support service and prepare their tickets that USDU could not be withdrawn, could not be obtained, and this is a problem with this node. More or less, it has been fixed, and hopefully you will all be able to do it. To withdraw USDU from exchange. So there were some troubles at the exchange after the 12th of June. Well, in terms of conversion of CRU into world CRUs, those people who staked under the EVENTY program, Andrei Havratov said at the webinar that 3 years after, the previous commission will apply to you, not market-driven or market-based commission, but the commission, which was valid until the 30th of June 2021. There is no further news about the exchange because in June we are forbidden to make some other new developments until we troubleshoot some minor, tiny malfunctioning. So there was a challenge with nodes, with wallets, and the management decided that June is the month when technical specialists will troubleshoot everything, and only then new wallets or new coins will be introduced onto the exchange. USDT tokens, we've been waiting for a long, USDC as well. So the practical functionality is ready and even has been tested, but the decision was made that it will not be activated until all the tickets are handled and all the transactions stuck somewhere are not carried out. So until everything is fine and your queue with your tickets is not handled, until the technical service will not fix it all. So there are some people waiting for accruals for 2 or 3 months until they handle everything and make it in order with the existing currency pairs. Then there are no new markets and coins. There won't be new markets and coins. There is a question about the price. The documents at the exchange to withdraw. The documents required to register at the exchange are quite standard passports or ID cards for some countries. So at the start of the webinar, I told you that there were some errors, and I was assured today that the revision, the smart contract has been revised and it should be seamless. If it is not, then complete Google form for conversion of CRU into World CRU. There will be the news release today with the Google form provided, and it must be complete so that the technical service automatically will convert, and the only thing you need to do is to make a payment. Well, guys, I have no further news. Therefore, I believe I must say bye-bye to you all. Bye-bye and have a good evening or night.